Welcome. Thank you all for coming. This is a great turnout and very excited. My name is Rachel Thompson. I'm the board president of Kidzeum of Health and Science, which will be the Children's Museum right here at 412 East Adams Street. And I have, and I know my board has, and many of our donors have, we have dreamed of this day for a really, really long time. Sorry, I didn't even make it a minute. I was hoping for at least 5, but okay, I'm done. So I played this speech in my head. I was going to give the dramatic Oscar speech, all the wonderful things that Kidzeum will provide for Springfield speech, but because you're here, you already know that. And we do have our 3D model and our renderings inside Cafe Moxo. If you get warm, you can go in there and tour it, so you'll be able to see, and every board member will stay put to be able to walk you through that if you want to know exactly what Kidzeum will do. And I also wanted to give you the whole ups and down journey speech that we have experienced over the 8 to 10 years of fundraising and planning. But the one speech I really want to give is the speech of gratitude. And I cannot tell you how thrilled we are to be here today and be able to start construction. If it hasn't been for all of our contributors, our donors, all of you who have been patient to stick with us, we wouldn't be here today. I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to have even been a part of this project. From this, we learned that any little dream can grow and expand if you have the passion and the persistence to not give up. So any of you who have a little dream that's going to make the world better, just go for it. You can totally do it. But I'm mostly grateful for the people I've met and the partnerships that Kidzeum has formed. We have partnered with BLDD Architects, who's been the mastermind of designing the state-of-the-art building, will be the state-of-the-art building. They have gone through many location changes for us and have donated renderings along the way, and we're extremely grateful for you guys and your creativity. We're partnering with Harold O'Shea Builders, who's our general contractors, and can I talk about amazing? Bud O'Shea is actually donating his time as general manager to exhibits, and they're doing everything in their possible power to keep our building construction costs at a tolerable level. Kramer Production, they're not here right now, but they are the masterminds that have designed every one of our exhibits that will be inside Kidzeum. And we also have Red Box Workshop, which is in Chicago, and they're the designers that are fabricating the exhibits. And we've also worked with consultants called smallexhibit.com, and they were able to organize all our focus groups to make sure that our mission and our program had a very cohesive and specific and relevant conversation and topic for children and families today. And also Steyer Group, who at the very beginning was able to help us organize our fundraising effort, train us, and just have us keep the course. Another thing I'm grateful for is my family. They have been with me throughout this entire process. It's been a lot of hours, me stressing out, me missing events. They've been recruited for mailings, for events like this. We have been at every downtown farmers market for having kids events, and my kids have been there to help. My daughter Ellie and her friends have been volunteers for almost every event, and she's actually graphically designed a lot of the things you'll see on print. And I'm just very grateful for you guys to allow me to have this opportunity to be a part of Kidzeum and cut me some slack for letting things go at home at times. Another group that I'm extremely grateful for is our board of directors. They are scattered. Everyone who raise your hands, keep them up. We got Rod Buffington, Therese Borgs-Miller, Kendra Floyd, Mark Nelson, Kathy Sunnyborn, Kevin Burke, Drew Earls, Cass Casper, Joe Lingfelder, Peter Naylor, Joey McLaughlin, Vanessa Glover, and Julie Goebel, who has been my partner in crime, and I could not have done this without her. She has calmed me down when I thought that there is no way we're going to be able to continue and go forward. She's helped me celebrate, and I'll be the first to admit that she's the best person to drink a glass of wine with. So thank you for that. Next on the list, and more importantly, is all of our donors. I was going through our list, and it is really long and impressive, and it just truly puts the community project in Kidzeum. And it's taken a village to get this done, and I will do my best to recognize everybody. If you have not been recognized, please forgive me. Raise your hand and shout it out at the end, because you deserve the honor, and we would not be here without you. The medical community has truly stepped up, which is a godsend because with our health, science, and wellness mission, it's kind of a good fit, but they have stepped up immensely. St. John's Children's Hospital is our signature partner, and I will talk about them specifically in a little bit. HSHS Medical Group, Springfield Clinic, many of their departments, ENT, pediatric, orthopedic, general surgery, and neurosurgery. And please forgive me if and vision, and I hope I'm not forgetting one. Memorial Medical Center has contributed, SIU School of Medicine, Prairie Heart Institute, Springfield Oral Surgeons, Orthopedic Center of Illinois, and the DV Black Dental Society all have contributed to exhibits and naming things in our facility. Unions have supported us, and we're very thankful for that. Operating engineers, Springfield Central Illinois Trades and Labor Council, and Teamsters Local 916. We've had many associations get behind us and support us. The Illinois Floodplain and Stormwater Managers, the Realtors, the Veterinarian Association, the Architects, and the Springfield Housing and Lodging Association. They're donating all the rooms and the hotels for when our exhibit designers come down in town, which will be 2 to 3 months and would have been a huge expense to Kidzeum, and they're helping keep our costs down. So we're very grateful for that and everybody. We've had several banks step up and contribute. CEFCU, PNC, Marine Bank, U.S. Bank, Heartland, which will be their neighbor, Heartland Credit Union, Carrollton Bank, West Central Illinois Bank, and Farm Credit Services, and Town and Country Bank, who is going to finance our project. We have downtown businesses, Horace Mann, American Wind Energy Management, Studio 6, Cafe Moxo. We could not have asked for a better partner across the street. They've donated the lemonade today, so afterwards, after we get all hot, please head over there. There'll be some refreshments. And also, I lost my spot, sorry. Oh, and DSI, and my dear friend Lisa Stott. She has been with us throughout the whole process and has done everything in her power to help promote Kidzeum, and we're very grateful. We've also had ag groups. When we did focus groups with kids, it was determined that ag science was not really being taught in schools today, and kids had no idea where their food came from. So we incorporated that element through our Farms to Market exhibit, and the ag community has really stepped up to help finance that. ADM, Illinois Corn Marketing Board, 17 Central Illinois County Farm Bureaus, Prairie Farms, and Brant Consolidated. We've also received a lot of in-kind services. We have a partnership with Systemax, and they have been helping us with printing and our social media. So if you've noticed that our Facebook page is fresh and exciting and has topics all across the board, Systemax is helping us manage that, and we appreciate that greatly. We had a partnership with Capital Radio Group with free airtime, and as you can imagine, advertising and airtime is extremely expensive, so that helped to get the word out and across the board. We also have a partnership with Midwest Family Broadcasting, same situation as Capital Radio Group, and without the press and the media being able to get our message out, we would not be here today because we do not have the budget to get that out. Peerless, we have a 5-year partnership with Peerless so that they will be cleaning our carpets, because you know kids are messy, and we'll be able to keep things clean. Hillier Movers and Storage. All of our exhibits, so about 75% of our exhibits are fabricated currently. They've been boxed and crated, and they've been sitting at Hillier Storage until this very moment. Once construction's over, they'll be moving over, and we're very happy for that. Connor Company is donating all of our plumbing fixtures, and Kone it's not the elevator, but it's a control panel. It's the brains of the elevator they're donating. We've also had many foundations support us. M.G. Nelson Family Foundation, the Orthopedic Center of Illinois Foundation, the Tracy Family Foundation, and also the Springfield Tracy Family Foundation, the Staley Charitable Trust, Ronald McDonald House Charities, and I also need to point out Shields. Shields is one of those very special organizations that when I went to speak to Jason Mack, the storage manager, I asked for $50,000. So he went back to upper levels and their store leaders and employees, and he called back. And usually when I make a phone call, it's always a zero short when I get the answer. So I was like waiting for it. And he's like, well, you know, we came up with some money. I'm like, that's great, we'll take it. And he's like, how about $100,000? So they actually doubled what it was that I had asked for. So they are very special, and Springfield's very fortunate to have them. In fact, Amy Beadle's here with Shields today. And they also prepped all the food cups for the snacks for the kids so that we could do it in a public sanitary facility. So thank you for that. We also have probably 300 families that have contributed to Kidzeum, and I don't even know where to begin. I mean, they've ranged from $25 to $100,000. I mean, the generosity that Springfield has demonstrated is overwhelming, and I just can't even begin to name all the families. So they are on our website, but there is one special family that I need to recognize because they were there every time we were low, and they raised us up on numerous occasions, and that's the Nelson family. So I know Donna and Bubba are here, and thank you. And they're also sharing their son, Mark, to serve on our board. We have one category of giving that's actually my favorite, and it's the Kids for Kidzeum. And these are some special kids. We have a little girl whose name's Maylee Price, who's 6, who painted rainbows, unicorns, butterflies for a couple months and sold every one of her pictures and to contribute $260 to Kidzeum. Yeah. We've got a 2nd grade class from Isles Elementary who did an economic impact project in their classroom, and all the money that they raised went to Kidzeum. We also have kids, and raise your hand if you'd ever even think of this, kiddos. They gave up their birthday party money and had all the proceeds come to Kidzeum, and that's Marin Rose and Sadie Malachi and Jackson Schaller. I mean, that's tough stuff. I won't even do that. We also have a couple Girl Scout troops that have collected money on our behalf. Girl Scout Troop 685 in Sherman and Troop 6161 from Chatham. And lastly, we have Sweet Hayen Maymood, whose life and fascination of rescue vehicles will be memorialized at our interactive ambulance exhibit. So his little life will be remembered forever. We also have countless of volunteers hours that have been into this project. In fact, the board of directors are 100% volunteer. The volunteers that have raised money completely volunteered outside of a 6-month period where we had fundraising professionals help us out. And for that, I am immensely grateful. Volunteers we have here today to help us with our bubble blast. Everyone raise your hand that are volunteered today. We have kids from Springfield High School. We have 4-H kids. We have ladies from Macy's. We will have the Lamphere basketball team later today to bring their muscles to help clean out Kidzeum. We also have Community Connection Point here. They're helping make bubble wands, and we're extremely grateful for their help. And not only that, but we're so excited to partner with all of these nonprofit entities in Springfield so that we can bring quality healthcare education and preventative medicine education to Springfield. So that's kind of it with donors, except for a couple of special ones that I'm saving. Kidzeum would not be a possibility, would not even be a blip on the radar if it weren't for St. John's Children's Hospital. Yeah, that's an applause. Yes, it is. Yeah. They have contributed $1.25 million at a point where we were just a concept. They thought that Kidzeum matched their mission and really got behind us and supported us. So they are our premier and namesake partner. You'll see their logo and name associated with everything you see Kidzeum. They provided the seed money so that we could do a feasibility study, a campaign study, purchase our building was because of St. John's Hospital. And they also provided medical professionals to help guide us along the design process of our exhibits and our educational content to make sure that it is extremely relevant and what parents and families needed and children needed to hear and know about their body. So we are so grateful to St. John's Children's Hospital, and it is my immense pleasure to introduce Dr. Charles LaCour, who's the CEO and president of St. John's Children's Hospital, or of HSHS St. John's Hospital, and Vanessa Glover, who's the executive director of St. John's Children's Hospital and Women's Services.
Thank you, Rachel. First of all, I just want to, on behalf of St. John's, our board, and all of our staff and leadership, congratulate you, congratulate Julie, congratulate the board. on just doing a great job getting this kicked off and bringing this closer to becoming a reality. It's a great day for Kidzeum, and it's a great day for the city of Springfield. You know, we entered into this partnership almost a decade ago, and we're really thrilled to see the start of construction of Kidzeum. The mission of Kidzeum is really aligned with the mission of St. John's Children's Hospital to meet the health care needs for children and their families in Central Illinois through high-quality care and community-based programs. By partnering with Kidzeum, we at HSHS St. John's Hospital and Children's Hospital increase our ability to educate our community, our children, and our family about the wealth of health and the science of topics like wellness, prevention, safety, fitness, handicap sensitivity, the human body, and the environment's effect on global health. This is a partnership that we're thrilled about and will help HSHS St. John's and the Children's Hospital provide high-quality, community-based health and science programs in a very stimulating environment that will be both entertaining and informative. It will promote learning for this generation and generations to come. Now, I'd like to have Vanessa Glover, our Executive Director of St. John's Children's Hospital, to say a few words.
Thank you, Dr. LaCour. Okay, thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is exciting, very exciting. So St. John's is excited to partner with Kidzeum, and this will be a fun, stress-free, and positive experience for so many kids and families in Central Illinois. Kidzeum has involved pediatricians, pediatric subspecialties, our child life specialists, and our rehab specialists in the planning process of the buildings, exhibits, and programs to ensure that the museum is an ideal learning environment for children of all abilities. Kidzeum will continue to partner with St. John's Children's Hospital to create programs that will provide the most up-to-date information to help keep children and families safe and healthy. Our therapists at the Children's Hospital will have access to Kidzeum, so they can bring some of our patients here to provide services. So this will be an opportunity to provide things such as rehab services in a more natural environment. So we're excited about that opportunity. Sometimes our kids need a break from the hospital. We know the hospital can be a little bit intimidating, so we're excited to have this as an alternative location to be able to provide some services and to partner with Kidzeum. Kidzeum will be used as an alternative location for community health education as well, and outreach that will encourage children to start considering health and wellness at a young age. All of the exhibits will be available and accessible to children of all abilities. So as a parent of 3 little ones myself, I am super excited about this attraction for kids and, something to teach my little ones about germs and staying healthy and keeping them out of the hospital and just safe and something fun. So congratulations. Thank you to everyone that's made this possible, and looking forward to the opening.
Yeah, Kidzeum's very fortunate to have Vanessa on our board right now, so the lines of communication between St. John's and Kidzeum will be open and constant, so we can always learn and assist and help each other out. So St. John's got us started, and we've had some fundraising success, and then along the way, we got a little stagnant, and then I got a phone call from Representative Raymond Powell saying that they have an opportunity to get $1 million in the capital budget to spread across their district, and if in fact it is available, he'd like to give it all to Kidzeum. So as you can imagine, we were really excited. That was awarded to us in 2009. We actually were able to cash the check in 2015. So we were happy that they were here and were able to help us out. The governor's, everybody's at the Capitol, hopefully working on a budget, but that's why Governor Rauner and Senator Annie Manar and Sarah Jimenez could not make it today, but they wanted to extend their thanks and gratitude and support to the Springfield community. So Andy was supposed to speak, but we just got a break. The speeches got shorter, and we'll be able to have bubbles sooner. But the public entity that has gotten us to the finish line has been a huge help to Kidzeum, and we're really excited to announce that over a course of time, we've collectively received $1.2 million in tax increment financing from the city of Springfield. We have Mayor Jim Lankfelder, Mayor of Springfield, and Andrew Proctor, as well as all the other aldermen, have really advocated for Kidzeum, and the council ultimately approved those funds to go towards Kidzeum. Ultimately, they will be used towards the rehab of the building behind us for a roof, our ADA compliant restrooms, our elevator, and for windows. So we're very appreciative of that, and we would not have crossed the line, and we would still be fundraising today if it weren't for their support. And because of the city's support, they have earned the naming rights to our Healthy Body Gallery, which is our flagship gallery. It is a 3-story, 40 feet tall kid that you can climb in, through, and around to learn all about the healthy body systems. There's no exhibit of this kind anywhere in the world, so it'll alone put Springfield on the map. So we hosted a citywide naming contest. And this came about because I was talking to the communications director, Julia Fervent, and I said, well, we could call it Mayor McFit, Alderman McBuff, because I wanted to pay homage to the council and their support. So ultimately, we left it up to the city to decide. And with that, I have the Honorable Jim Lankfelder, and he will be here to say some words and announce our winner. So that is a cue for volunteers to start handing out stickers.
Well, thank you, Rachel. When they gave us that naming rights, Mayor McFit went right out the window because I gained at least 5 to 10 pounds since I've been mayor, so that didn't work. But Vanessa gave you another marketing tool. I didn't realize this would be a stress-free environment. So all the government officials can feel free to come here, relieve their stress, and I think it'd be a great asset with regards to that. But in all seriousness, I'd like to recognize my Mayor Pro Tem, Alderman Doris Turner, as well as Alderman Andrew Proctor, and really all the partners that made this happen. When individuals look at this building, what I look at is a giant puzzle that came together. One of the challenges as mayor or with any entity is how we, especially in these trying times, how can we maximize our resources to get things done? And I really congratulate Rachel and your board of directors. I think you've been at it about 8 years. That's a lot of effort. I'd also like to recognize my brother Joey. He's been involved with the Children's Museum back in the 90s, and then it's migrated to this. So we really appreciate your leadership and for really having that passion and that drive. If it was easy, anybody could do it, and this was no easy task. But it really shows the heart of Springfield. It's about bringing people together, the partners from downtown Springfield, the business community, the unions, and the general families that really speak to the heart of Springfield. That's what made Springfield great. They'll continue to make Springfield great, is our families. That's what our strength is, and you really capitalized on that, and we're appreciative that we could be a small part of that. So we appreciate all your good efforts, Rachel, and we look forward to the opening, the grand opening. But you've added another mechanism where Springfield's downtown will be, and it continues to be, a family-oriented facility. So thank you for all your good works, and we appreciate the partnership that we have with you. Oh, yeah. Got it. So there were several great nominations with regards to the naming of the what's the room called again?
The Healthy Body Gallery, or the Big Kid.
Healthy Body Gallery. And one thing I should point out is what we're trying to do in our community is we talk about grow our own, and that means from the youth on up, because we have a lot of great job opportunities once they reach that adult stage. But it starts at the impetus in school. You know, when we are all in school, we all remember, why do I have to learn this or that? Well, we really applaud St. John's because they've been able to link into the concept where you're really teaching the youth why it's important to be healthy, why it's important to be fit, exercise. But we have a great opportunity for employment once they reach the adult stage through a medical district. It saved us when we had the exodus of state jobs, and that's why we continue down to that positive road. We are the model going down that road with regards to the medical industry plus other industries, but we really appreciate your support in making that all happen. So with that, okay. Okay, very good. So what I really liked about the naming is that it was by gender. So I think it appeals to everybody. But the individuals that had been successful in the naming rights, they receive a family membership for four, $150 value, and it is going to be awarded to the Holden Sharoni family. And the naming rights, the name will be Active Alex.
Yay! And I think Holden is here. And here's Holden.
Yep, come on up.
Hi, Holden.
Oh, you're on.
Congratulations.
Come on up.
Thank you. Thank you.
You want to say a few words? Come on here.
Do you want to just say hi, Scrappy?
No, I don't want
Say hi, Active Alex.
I don't want
Uh-oh.
You don't want to?
There's embarrassing me.
That's okay.
Do you want me to pick you up and say? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you just announce the name? What did you name our body? Oh, it's okay, honey. Maybe Mommy will.
You want to say it with me?
1, 2, 3.
Active Alex.
Well, thank you, Holden, and your creativity. And Active Alex really epitomizes a simple concept that you have to be active to be healthy. And Alex is a gender-friendly name. It can be a girl or a boy. And we wanted to make sure that everybody felt safe and welcomed in Kidzeum. So great name, Holden. Thank you. Before we break off for the reception, which will be outside in front of Cafe Moxo, there's carrots and fruit cups and a cake and lemonade. If you're hot, you can actually go into the side door, and Kidzeum has a 3D structure of their building of what the exhibits will look like, as well as the 3D renderings. Please feel free to go through there, and if you have any questions, let us know. But before that, I want the little kiddos, you got to be listening, because pretty soon someone kind of important is going to say, "Let there be bubbles." Not yet, not yet, not yet.
Let's go.
But when he says that, I need everybody to blow bubbles. So can you guys turn your listening ears on and help us out? Because that's how we're going to celebrate Kidzeum's construction opening, is through bubbles. But I just wanted to give you a little update on our timeline and our progress. Construction will actually begin on July 5th, so we're very excited about that. So construction will take 8 to 9 months, and we should be in position for the building to be ready in February of 2018. All of our exhibits will be installed at that point. It'll take 2 to 3 months. So we are going to be financing the construction process because most of our pledges are over a multiple year phase. So Town & Country is our bank that is financing the project, and we are seeking tax-exempt bonds through the county. And really, they're a conduit of funding so that as a nonprofit, we can get a lesser rate on our interest than if we did a conventional business loan. So I have Katie Sheehan somewhere.
Yeah, there
Raise
she
your
is, right
hand,
in front of
Katie.
you.
Yes. So tell her to vote yes on July 11th. This is when it goes before the full board. But so far, it's been very responded well, and it'll save us some money in the long run. And we hope that process goes smoothly. And Katie's championed it for us. Also, around December 1st, we'll be hiring an executive director. We'll be putting together some information on our webpage and our Facebook page. So if you know someone that's super qualified, have them send resumes or a letter of interest to info@kidzeum.org. And I also need to mention that we've raised $6.99 million. That's a lot of money. Our work is not done, though. It is not done, I'm sorry to say. We have about $450,000 we have to raise in order to open our doors debt-free and with 3 months of operating costs. So we're going to need the community's help a little bit along the way. We have a couple programs in place that'll help that. We have 6 exhibits left to sponsor. One is this interactive intestine. It is the coolest exhibit ever. You actually crawl through a 3-foot tunnel. It's designed for an adult to go through. There's sound triggers throughout the way that'll have digestive juices, noises. You'll see what the villi looks like inside the intestine. It'll look and feel just like it. And when you exit, you actually get flatulated out. Like, how cool is that? The only thing missing is the scratch and sniff, and maybe we can figure that out before it's installed. So it needs a sponsor, and we have a couple others. If anybody's interested in learning more, contact me at business cards or go to our website or anywhere you can find our cell phone number. We also have it's a grandparent paver program. It's a flower-shaped pavers that there's 7 of them together. They're about this big. You can have 3 lines of text, 15 characters each line. They'll be selling those for $1,000. You can honor your grandparents, your family, your business. We have somebody who bought them for their pets. They can be even purchased individually for $250. If we sell all of them, we have all the money we have. But just in case that doesn't work out, our last program is called the Founding Families, and this is a special group of families that each of them are committed to supporting Kidzeum at a $1,000 level, and they will receive a family membership for 1 year. They'll also get a special preview party where their family, and only those families involved in that committee, will get a special preview party so they get to play and test out the exhibits before anybody else does. And they also get a special recognition arrangement that'll be in our courtyard. So please keep us in mind, and any little bit helps us get closer so that we are a sustainable product for Springfield to enjoy for many, many years to come. Even though we still have work to do, I'm really happy that you're here to help us celebrate. And with that, I'm going to have our very special Mayor Langfelder say the final words. You guys ready?
Come on in. Ready? Let there be bubbles. One. Everybody ready? You all have your bubbles? Let's hear, yeah, real big and loud. Everybody have the bubbles? All right. 1, 2, 3.
Bubble machine.
Let
Let there be bubbles!